first we start with a slip knot. Let's put the yarn over itself to make a loop. Put that loop over the working yarn. This is the tail, this is the working yarn. And then we pull up the working yarn through that loop and then tighten. And then you can adjust the size of this loop by pulling here on the working yarn. I'm going to make this about 4 fingers, a snug 4 fingers. And now we can start our chain. Your pattern will tell you how many chains you need to make. So let's put this loop on top of the working yarn, pinch and pull up a new loop. Again, making about 4 fingers, lay it flat, pinch, pull up, lay it flat, pinch, pull up, lay it flat. For this demo, I'm going to do 10 loops. Okay, to count how many loops you have, you can count this top edge of each loop. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and this last loop makes 10. And now when we begin our first row, we're going to go back the way we came. So let's put our yarn back on the other side, and we will flip this chain down on its face, and let's look for the little bars on each loop. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to be working into those. So let's get our finger up under that middle bar, and then we'll pull up a new loop under there. And the loops for the rest of the body of the blanket are going to be about 2.5 fingers or so. So let's pull up the next one, pull up another loop. So let's do that all the way across. Okay, make sure you don't forget that last one here. Okay, so for row number 2, get some more out, get the yarn ball back on the other side the way we're going, and we will always skip the first loop of every row. So starting with the second loop, pull up a new loop. Again, keeping these about 2, maybe 2.5 fingers. Don't forget this end loop. Okay, go back the other way. Again, skip the first loop, start with the second one. Okay, and that's how we build our blanket. Just going back and forth, creating new loops. All right, I did a couple more rows. Now I want to show you how to count how many rows you have finished. So find a loop here and work your way down. You can see each stitch forms kind of a V here. So there's 1 stitch, 2, 3, 4, plus this loop makes 5. So we've done 5 rows. So that's how you know how many you've done. Next, I'm going to show you how to change colors. To change colors, we will actually switch the color before we do the last loop of the row. So I'm going to undo this last one. The most seamless way to join yarn is actually to use a lighter to heat up. The core of the yarn is plastic, and you can heat up the core on both sides and fuse them together. So we'll do that. First, the place you want to cut this old color is about maybe 1/2 inch to 1 inch behind this little bar loop there. So trim that. Then we can pull it out just so we have a little more to work with. I like to trim a little bit of the fluff around the edges to expose the core a little more. That way we don't burn as much of the fluff. You can get kind of smelly if you burn a lot of the fluff. Okay, and then it's good to trim a little bit off of a new skein. And again, get a little bit of that extra fluff off the edges just to see the core a little better. All right, let's use our lighter to just try to get that core hot and melted. You need to get it fairly warm. You can blow it out if it doesn't go out on its own. Okay, try to fuse those two cores together. And when it's not too hot, you can start to pinch it good and kind of roll it between your fingers a little bit. Give it a few seconds to cool down and solidify. And then give it a good test. Give it a good tug, make sure it's strong. Okay, there's our color change. So again, we can redo this last loop in the green and then pick up the last loop of that row in the new color. And now we can start the next row. All right, when your blanket is all done, we have to do what is called bind off, and that's to close off all these open loops. So for the last row, again, skip the first stitch, knit the first one. And for the bind off row, you need to have your loops be a little bit bigger again. So again, we're going to do 3 to 4 fingers here and put that one inside the previous loop. Now we knit one more, make it bigger, put it inside the previous loop. So this last edge has to be a little bigger so that it's stretchy enough to stretch with the blanket. Otherwise, if you make this top edge too tight, it'll be really tight while the rest of the blanket stretches. Here we are at the last couple stitches here. Okay, we'll go ahead and do the last one. Put it through. And then for this last one, we actually can trim this now. And we'll just pull it through. Then you can tighten it. All right, for the tails, we can just weave them in. I'm trying to kind of hide it by following the other stitches that are there. Or if you want, you can use the lighter method again and actually fuse this, trim it and fuse the end of it into the side of one of the other strands of yarn. So we're just weaving it in. You can just keep tucking it in until there's no tail left and then trim it. It is possible that that will start to come undone a little bit. You have to keep tucking it in every now and then. So if you want more finished edge, then we can, let's try the lighter method here. So I'll trim it and get some of that fluff off again. So it is a little harder to fuse it into the side of the yarn than it is from end to end. But if you kind of part the fluff and find the core of one of these strands here, kind of hard to hold it open. Okay. Right there. And I will warm up this end. Okay, try to get it to fuse to the core. This one you'll have to test to make sure it actually fused. You may have to try again. Okay, let me test. Yep, feels pretty strong. Okay, you can kind of pull the yarn around to kind of even it out. Okay, that corner looks pretty good. Okay, now we get to do the tail from the beginning. For this one, I do like to kind of connect it back up the side a little bit into that first stitch to kind of round out the corner a little bit. So here's the tail, here's that first stitch, put it up behind and around back down, and I'll kind of put it back through that knot that's on the corner. Let's see if I can get it in that knot. Okay, pull it through. That will kind of strengthen this corner here. So now we have a little bit of this tail left, and we can do the same thing. We can just weave it in and hide it, or we can fuse it to the side of another strand. Let me show you just weaving it in. So again, just kind of trying to follow some of the other stitches that are already there to hide it well. Okay, kind of not exactly a perfect science here. This fluffy yarn kind of hides imperfections, which is nice. Okay. Okay, so it'll be a little bit bulkier if you kind of choose to weave it in versus fusing it with the lighter. But then we have this beautiful blanket with the beautiful braided edge that goes all the way around. Looks great.